Hey everyone, it's Kaylin with Full Purpose and Heart. Today's video I'm doing assignment number 1 for the VHC. If you don't know what the VHC is, then check out my other video. I'll link it above. But the VHC is the Virtual Homeschool Co-op that I have decided to join this year, just for encouragement and motivation for myself and to kind of share my experiences with the other homeschool moms that are out there so that we can have a successful school year. So today's question is if I have a relaxed or structured classroom. Stay tuned if you're interested to hear. So I'm really excited to talk to you today about the way that I run my classroom. If you watched my introduction video for the VHC, I will link it above if you didn't. My name is Kaylin, as I mentioned, and I come from a public school background. I was actually a teacher for 7 years in the public school district, and I did it for high school. Currently, I am teaching my 4-year-old. So there's a bit of a difference between teaching elementary, I'm not even elementary yet, preschool, as well as, and then the high school world, which is what I was familiar with. But I have taken a lot of those things that I did in my high school classroom, kind of modified them and adopted them into my homeschool classroom, only because that's what I'm familiar with, that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what really excites me. One of the reasons I became a teacher was because I appreciated structure and I liked checking off the boxes and kind of seeing our day begin here and end there and the progression that went with it. So on a scale of 0 to 10, I would say that I probably have a 7 structured classroom. I'm not exactly sure where that lands in the spectrum, but I think that a 7 would be a good number to choose. So there are 3 categories that Just So Trish suggested that we kind of rate. So I'm going to have to look at them really quick because I don't remember them off the top of my head. So the first one is curriculum. I think that our structure and curriculum would probably be on the lower end of the scale. I would probably say like a 4 or a 5, only because my child is in pre-K. I haven't exactly decided how far in our homeschool world we're going to move, but for preschool, I felt, having him here at home was a really natural decision for me. And so we have a couple of things that we do use. I have mentioned in my curriculum video, which I've linked that up here as well if you want to watch that and kind of see what we're using. But it's working really well and it's fairly simple. I don't want to get into a rut of trying to finish a curriculum just because he is only 4 and there's just so many fun things that we can do. It's a fun age. He's excited about learning. He's excited about being in a classroom. He's excited about all kinds of topics. So I want to really kind of capitalize on that enthusiasm and do different things. So the first 2 weeks we've been doing a lot of structured learning and repeating the alphabet and the numbers, but coming our 3rd week we're going to start doing more fun activities and thematically based units. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that our curriculum is probably a 3 or a 4. Okay, so the second topic that Just So Trish suggested was for our daily routine. So on a scale of 1 to 10, our daily routine is a 10. I am very routinized. Again, this comes from probably my teaching background back when I taught in the public school district. I like the check mark boxes. I like knowing what's beginning and end. So we try to always start at 9 o'clock and we usually finish about between 11 and 11:30. Each activity goes in order. So we start with circle time and then we move on to our writing center and our writing practice. We have our computer learning center 3rd, and then a snack comes after that, and then we have our work boxes, which vary with various activities. So I am very routinized. Whether that routine keeps hold, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully that's one of the reasons I'm in the Virtual Homeschool Co-op, is to stay motivated and see what the rest of you moms are doing and be able to adapt those techniques and put them into my own classroom. But routine really works for me. I have a really strong belief that routine works for my kids, and when they know what to expect and what comes next, then they're more motivated to finish the task that they're on. When they can see the end and I check the boxes off as we do each activity, then they're more apt to finish those activities. So on a scale of 1 to 10, my routine is definitely a 10. So the third topic that Just So Trish suggested we talk about was our homeschool space. On a scale of 1 to 10, how routinized did it? And I would say that my homeschool space is probably an 8 or a 9. I really loved having a public school classroom. I loved my years as a teacher, and I loved having my desk, and I loved having all of my little supplies in their corner, and the students' desks in their space, and the computer center in its space. So I really kind of thrive off of that organization. So in the home that we live in now, we have our school space in the loft, and although I would love to have like a bedroom that's just sectioned off as just our homeschool room, my home doesn't allow me to have that space right now, and so I work with what I have, and I've kind of commandeered the loft and created a space that is just kind of a happy, colorful, in educationally whatever happy space. So if you've watched any of my other videos, I do those videos up in the loft where our computer is, so you can kind of see how I've set my classroom up. And I'll do another video, and I'll link that on another time when I decide to do a little tour of my homeschool space, so that those who are interested can see where I teach my boy. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I was an 8. All right, so there you go. If you do a little math and you find the average of my 3 scaled pieces, then I am a 7.3 actually, so I was right. I really do thrive on routine. That's one of the, I mean, if you watch any of my other videos, and as my channel progresses and gets larger, you'll begin to really notice that I am a routinized person. I like calendars, I like check marks, I like books, I like planners. I just like to know where I start and where I end, and kind of the progression that goes through that. So a routine classroom really works for me, but that doesn't mean that I'm not open to learning how some of you moms do it that are unstructured, and how you really kind of track what your kids are learning, and how you track their progression and that sort of thing, because my way doesn't mean that it's the right way, and I'm always open to learning other ways to kind of run a classroom in your home. So that's my little video about whether we're routinized or structured, and hopefully that answers your question, and you might have picked up a tip or two that motivates you to want to be structured. If you have any questions of how I structure my routine, please comment below and let me know, so that I can link that in another video or talk about it on my website. So we'll hope to see you on another video. Bye guys.